back to another week of Techie Tuesday. This month, our big focus has been all things Facebook. So we started out with how to actually create your account and your business profile. Then we started taking a look at the Meta Business Suite. And last week, we dove headfirst into the Content Planner, which will actually let you schedule your posts out ahead of time and take some of the stress away from your social media posting. So that's what we've covered so far. And going into this week, we are going to take that a little bit further and take a look at the analytics side of the Meta Business Suite. Now that you know how to actually get your posts out there in front of people, we now need to see how we can actually track that information and use it for whatever purposes that we may need to. So what we're going to do is start out again on your personal profile, and we are going to need to switch into our business page. Once we are inside of our business page, we can go ahead and go into the Meta Business Suite from there. When you're inside of the Meta Business Suite, we are going to focus on this content section as well as the insights section. So we're going to go into content. This is going to, in list form, show you all of the different postings that you've been making on either your Facebook or your Instagram account. If you do have them linked up, we will be talking about how to look at that and do your shares from profile to profile next week. So keep an eye out for that video. But for now, we are just going to look at how we can read these analytics. So when we are looking at one of these posts, you're going to see it is going to have the post here for you. Boosting a post is kind of like running it as an ad. This is not going to send it out to people you do not know like an ad would, but it will go ahead and push it out to more timelines than who would have seen it if you had not paid for it to be boosted. So that is a paid feature if you wanted to look into that, but that gets us over to reach. This is the amount of accounts that actually got your post. So how many people actually saw it? Engagements here is going to be a mix of your likes, comments, and shares. Your likes and your reactions, those are whether you like the post or you do a happy or a heart reaction or the anger reaction. Whatever emotes that you use, that's going to fall into reactions. We also have comments and shares, so this will give you the rough overview of how that post performed in comparison to your other ones. But if you wanted to look at this a little bit deeper, you could click on the post name itself. That's going to pull you up a detail screen. It's going to show you exactly what happened with that post, and it's going to even tell you how much of those came from organic leads and how much came from paid ones. So you can look at the difference and the effect over your boosting and whether or not it's actually working for you. Next, we're going to go on the left side under content. That was just our normal posts and our reels. You can do the same sort of tracking for your stories, as well as you can do A and B testing. This is really cool. What you would do is say you have 2 open house reels that you're running. In one open house reel, you have one type of caption. Maybe you're using lots of emojis and lots of hashtags. And then the second reel that you're running, it's going to be the exact same reel, exact same video that you're running out there, but the caption on this one maybe less emojis, less excitement, and you are going to run both of those at the exact same time. That means some of your audience is going to get the first caption and some of your audience is going to get the second caption. You can then come here to see which one actually performed better. So you know, oh, my audience loves the emojis, they love the high energy, or no, my audience is a little more serious, they just want the information. So you can run those A/B tests and see what works best with the audience you've been building. Feed and grid is pretty cool. What this will do is let you look at the aesthetics of your page. So you can come here and see if I were just scrolling through my Facebook feed, this is what it would look like. So you can see how appealing it is to the audience. Under Instagram, you can change it from feed to grid. So again, you can see and look here at how aesthetically pleasing your profile is looking. These other ones are other things you can dive into if you are being tagged, if you are running clips, and then it'll also track the photo portfolios that you're making, those photo collections, and you can take a look at some of the information in there. But that's going to be the brunt of our content insights. The other type of insights we can look at are more so on the demographic side. It'll also be more of an overview than this content. So when we go over to our left side, this time we're going to go into the insights section. You're going to see on this main overview, I have a couple of things going on. I have some graphs here to show me my reach. Eventually, you can see your audience breakdowns if you have more than 100 followers. In this case, I do not, but eventually that is something that you can see a little bit more of. Under results, it's going to be more like those reach graphs. So we can see here, if you were watching my video last week, I set a goal for myself to reach more than 50 people by the end of the month. And so we can go in here and track how close we are to those goals, and we can see how many visits we have versus Instagram, and we can take a look at really what people are doing and reacting to and liking on my page. Like I said, with audience, you can eventually get some audience breakdowns if you have 100 followers on your page. And then under the overview here, this is going to give you content overview. So a little bit more graphs and analytics that you can dive into to tell you kind of the difference in your media types and your engagement for the different media types. So you can really get in here and find out what people on your page are reacting to and enjoying. So use that for your benefit. The last thing I want to talk about on this video is how to add people as admins onto your page. I know a lot of you guys are going to be on groups or teams, and you may need to make sure that everybody has certain permission levels in order to do things on the page. So what we're going to do is go down to our settings gear here in the bottom left, and you are going to see an option pop up that says users and people. This is how you can see who you have on admin status, and you can limit the controls that that person has when they are on the page. So just something else to take a look at. But again, next week we are going to start looking into the account center and how you can link your two accounts together, and then we're going to talk about the mobile version of Meta Business Suite the following week. If y'all have any questions, just leave them below in the comments and we will get back to you. Until next week, thank you guys for watching.